Okay, welcome to week 4. At this point, our platformer already has a fully animated character with smooth movement and jumping. This camera follows the player across the level and the controls feel responsive and polished. In this video, we're going to turn this prototype into a complete mini-game. And we'll add a score system for collecting coins, win and lose conditions. So simple UI panels and main menu, and the players can start and restart game. And everything we do here will build directly on the top of the player controller and animations we created in week 3. And first, let's add a score display to our level. So in the scenes one, I go to the game object, 2D game object, and UI, and the text mesh pro. And the Unity will create a canvas and an event system, and the text mesh pro. And I will rename it to the score text, and we need to adjust the canvas, the render mode turn to the screen space camera, and we drag our main camera to this, and we select the score text, we click the reset, and we need to move it into this place and adjust its width, make it longer to 300. And now we need to set the font size to something like 40. Give some. Okay, we can input some text like score uh, 0, start by 0. And okay, later our game manager will update this text whenever the player collects the coins. And next, we will create two overlay panels for the winning and losing. And on the canvas, I right click and choose UI and the panel. And I rename this panel to win panel. I, we can adjust it. Scale, can adjust its scale. Then we can adjust the scale to 0.7 and indicate darker. So inside the Win panel, we will add a large text element that says UV. Let's create UI text mesh pro and UV. And the same step, we get larger. We made font size bigger. And input UV and make it right. Okay, and next, uh, we need to add some, we need to add two buttons in the Win panel. At the same steps, we choose the button and just name the restart, make it bigger. And restart and copy it, past one named bike expectation to this place and fix the text to back to menu. And finally, we make sure both Win panel and Loose panel are disabled. Oh, we need to pass the Win panel, copy the Win panel and pass one and rename it to the Loose panel and make it disable and just the Loose panel, rename it you lose, just text you lose. and the bottom is same. And now make the two panels disable. And so they are hidden at the start of the level. And we will let our game manager scripts enable them when the player wins or loses. Okay, now we need a central place to manage our score and our win and lose states. So in the scripts folder, we need to create a new C# script called the GameManager and open it. You can find your C# scripts in our Google Drive, this one. And at the top of class, we declared public static GameManager instance. This is a very simple singleton, so other scripts can access the GameManager by calling GameManager instance. And under the score section, we have an int score and a reference to score text, which is a UI text we just create. Under the UI panels, we have references to the win panel and lose panel game objects. And in Awake, we make sure there is only one game manager in the entire project. If no instance exists yet, we set instance equal to this and mark it with don't destroy or load so that it survives when we change scenes. If another game manager already exists, we destroy and a new one. And in start, we call update score UI to uh, initialize the score display, and we make sure both panels are hidden. We reset its game over and set time time score to 1 in case the game was paused earlier. And the addScore method is called when the player collects the coins, it increases the score and updates the UI, but only if the game is not already over. The win game and lose game method set its game over to true and shows the corresponding panel, and pause game by setting time uh, by setting time by setting time score to 0. And finally, the restart level and back to menu are simple methods that our UI bottoms will call. And restart level reloads the current scenes and reset the score, and back to menu loads the main menu scenes. And after I save these scripts, I will go back to the scenes one and create an empty game object called the game manager and attach this script and drag in our score text and win panel and lose panel. And now we will connect our coins to the score system. And each coins object has a circle collider 2D that adds a trigger And I will create a coin scripts and attach it to the coin prefab. And open it. In the onTrigger enter 2D, we first check whether the creator belongs to the player by calling uh, clearance compare tag players. If it does, and if we have a GameManager instance, we call add score uh, score value, and finally we destroy the coins. As long as player object has a tag player, and every coin the player touches will disappear and add points to the score. Now we add this into the coin object. We set score value to 100. And make sure our character tag is the player. And now we test it. Now you can see the score is changed to the 100 and the coins they disappear. So next, let's add a clear win condition at the far end of the level. I will create a goal object, and this could be a flag, a door, or anything you want. Uh, and I will choose this one at the end of my level and rename it to the end. And adjust the scale, make it bigger, too big, so big, and 2.5, and add the components, the box creator 2D, okay, okay, and set it as a trigger, and then I will create a goal script, this one, and when the player's creator enters this trigger, we call the GameManager instance win game and shows the win panel, and this gives our level definitely end point and reach the goal and win and you win. And we also need a lose condition when the player falls off the level or touches something dangerous. Uh, now we only have we only have one lose condition as the player falls off the level, and then we need create a large trigger creator called the dash zone. We choose the create empty, rename it to the dash zone, and make it under the level. And the box creator 2D, and make it longer. And that means anytime the players falls into this area, and we want to treat it as a loose. Set it to it's a trigger. And now I need another script named Hazard. And when a player with a tag player enters this trigger, we call the GameManager instance uh, instance loose game. And later, if we want, we can extend this script to call a hurt method on player controller first. So we play the hit animation and apply knockback before the loose panel appears. And for now, we keep it simple. Falling into a death zone immediately end this game. We attach it into the death zone. The end. The end. We attach the goal into the end. And next, our game also needs a main menu, so where player can start the game and quit. And now we need to create a new scene uh, named to main menu and open it. And we need to add a canvas with a simple layout. And a big title at the top that says simple platformer. And we also need a start game bottom and a quit bottom. So we can create a text and name it as uh, uh, title. Same. Set. Make it bigger. There. And input the simple platformer. And start bottom. Same. To the start and bigger. Copy it. Fast. Let's name the quick, rename it quit. Okay, then we need to create a manual script. This one, and we need to rename it to the sense one. And the start game method resets the time score just in case the game was paused and unloads the game and unloads the level scenes and which I called the scenes one. And the quit game method called the application quit that won't close the editor but it will work in a build game. So let me save it and attach it to the object for the menu controller. Okay, and hook up the start and quit to the start game and quit game in their on-click events. So drag it and game object and the main menu and the start game and same the game object and the quit game. Okay, finally, we tell Unity which scenes belong to this game and which one should load first. So we need to open the file and the building set building profiles. We can see the scene list, scene list, and we need to change the position. Okay, then back to the level one. Uh, back to the scenes one. Uh, we will connect the UI buttons to the game manager, and in Win panel and back to menu, uh, and in the Win panel and back to menu buttons called the game manager back to menu, and in loose panel the restart button calls the game manager restart level, and the back to menu button also calls the back to menu. And now we need to click the restart. Same steps is uh, restart level and the bike the same steps. Bike to menu. And the same with the loose panel, restart, restart, level, back, and GameManager, back to menu. So okay, we back to the main menu to test it, and we press the play and press start, and then you can see our level 1 and eat the coins and score will increase. Yeah, you can see our win condition and the win menu, and we click back to the menu and we press stop. Okay, at this point, our platformer is a complete mini game. It has movement, animation, scoring, win, and lose conditions, UI, and main menu, and all built on the top of the character controller we finished in the week 3. And next week, we will going to focus on how to use ChatGPT as a coding assistant. And see you next week.